Well, welcome, Capricorn. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams, Coaching and Tarot. This reading, I was making sure I had them right. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. It is a personal growth reading. So we'll be taking a look at, I pull the bottom of the deck as the basis, but it's blocks, fears, strengths, what you are unaware of, where it leads, and then advice. Um, Keep in mind, it may be like the situation may be the bottom of the deck, but it may not. It could be just an overall in general blocks, it not according to any specific situation, or it could be a specific one. So keep an open mind, take what resonates, leave the rest, and let's get started here. Keep in mind too, if it doesn't resonate, take a look at your other placements. This reading is all about learning something about yourself. So they can only bring you more information. And let's get going here. I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles before we get started. Okay, what do our Capricorns need to know? Okay, 2 cards for blocks. The Emperor. I'm using the Runic Tarot if I didn't say that. 6 of Swords. Emperor and 6 of Swords. Okay. Fears. 5 of Pentacles. Tower. This is big. This is really big, I think. Strengths. Death. You've got big cards here. 7 of Cups. Got Emperor, Tower, Death. Yeah. What you are unaware of. 2 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Where does this lead? Lovers and advice. 6 of Wands. So the 8 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Makes sense with the 6 of Swords being in your block. So the 8 of Cups is about walking away from something. And I feel like with this energy is that there's something that does not serve you right now. And you know it, but you're struggling with moving away from it. Here's the thing, what I get the overall impression just from laying the cards out without getting too deep is that my impression is that you're afraid, because you're afraid that if you walk away from that you won't, is there anything better out there? It's almost like that kind of feeling. It's a scary thing to end something, because when something has to replace it, right? The good thing is you have death in your strength, which means that there will be positive growth here, and that you have the ability to grow in a positive way, to transform in a healthy environment. So here's what we have as your block. You have Emperor and the 6 of Swords. What I think here, and I'm sorry, I really feel like this Emperor is not a very nice person, and you're blocking the fact that they're not very nice. They've had control over you, and they've had control over, so this could be very easily a relationship. Okay, keep an open mind. This could be all kind of different life areas, and the Emperor could just be about control in general. But I'm overall getting the picture and the feeling that you're done with the control. You really want to move away from that, but you're blocking the fact that they're not good for you. And so the 6 of Swords is, you need to move on and move away. But the reason why I said you're afraid that there's not something else out there is because the 6 of Swords is about moving into calmer waters. And this is saying that, to me, when I'm reading this, is the block is, I'm not going to find something better. And this person isn't all that bad. Instead of going, no, this is not a good situation for me and I need to move on, you're blocking that whole thing. So it's almost like negative self-talk in a way. like talking to yourself going, this person's, it's not so bad. It's not, I can deal with it. It's not so bad. Because there's probably not anything better. That's the overall feeling I'm getting. So, in your fears is the Five of Pentacles and the Tower. So first off, the Five of Pentacles. You're afraid of being left alone. You're afraid that if that you'll be left without anything. And that's what's scary. And that's what your fear is. The Tower is the change. Shifting your whole dynamic is scary as hell. Now everyone is afraid of that. Like, that is normal to be afraid of big change. It's natural. It's scary. It's because it's the unknown. I mean, you have to take a different perspective when you have a big shift in your life as more of a, this is going to be an adventure than this is scary and I'm going to have to do things completely differently. But I feel like that is where your fear is, and that is why you're blocking that you need to move on, because you don't want to be left alone, and the change is frightening as heck. I mean, this Tower is very frightening looking. But your strength is the Death with the Seven of Cups. Death is all about transformation and growing. It's kind of like growing up too, like taking all of those lessons that you've learned and becoming that different person, that more mature person, or that person that has, not necessarily mature, but I've learned these lessons now and I know how to handle it. The other thing is that there's more choices than you think, because your strength is the Seven of Cups, which means there's choices out there for you. And you just have to realize that. And I think you do, but it's still scary. So I can say this as many times as I want to you, and until you embrace that, because it's something you already know, then, it's still going to be hard to move out of that. However, I do feel like it's not so bad, right? Like, it's not so bad that you have to get out now, but it's not good, probably. So, but you have the choices and how to deal with the transformation. You have the ability. You're growing up as it is. Like I said, it's growing up take that broadly. You're learning, you're growing. And the Seven of Cups is there are choices and maybe you don't see them. Now, what you are unaware of is Two of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. There is someone in your background, somewhere in your life, Two of Cups, that has your back, that wants to be part of your life. I feel like this is already there. And the Ten of Pentacles is that you've reached a point where you are stable enough to, take a step. And that's important. Like the Ten of Pentacles is all about stability, family, generational family, multi-generations, family home. But the Two of Cups tells me there is someone that really cares about you. Now, this could be a friend, and the reason only I'm going with not, because it leads to the Lovers. So this could be two things. This could be a choice that you have to decide, because there is someone else. The Two of Cups, to me, that tells me there's someone else out there for you. But with it being that the Lovers comes right away, I don't know that you come out of a relationship, go right back into a relationship. So this may be that decision to, when do I get into the relationship? But you will have someone in the background here soon, or they are actually, with this Ten of Pentacles and Two of Cups. And eventually it leads to a good solid relationship. But I do feel like this Lovers is more about choices than it is about a particular person. To me, this Two of Cups in what you don't see or are not aware of is a person. And the Ten of Pentacles is a reminder that you have what it takes to move forward. This is a boat. It's moving forward. And that's what you want to do, and that's what you're trying to do, but you're a little scared of it. And it makes sense why you're scared. With that Five of Pentacles in the Tower, it makes complete sense. The Six of Wands is your advice. So I feel like this is, first off, take into account any time that you've had recognition towards you. Like, and use that positive recognition, whatever it is, to help you move forward. But also, as advice, recognize what's really happening. So I feel like this is one of the, this is one of those things where you have to put everything in line, because you have to see it for yourself before you can take any kind of leap, before you can move forward, before you can walk away. You have to know that you can and that you should. That's up to you. No one can tell you that. And so when I see the Six of Wands here in advice, take that time. Take that time to say, why do I need to leave and why would I want to stay? Why do I want to stay and why do I want to leave? And then you have to balance those. Is it what's worth it? Here's the drawback, here's the positive, right? And cross off the things that don't matter and circle the things that do matter, or star them, because this is a process. And until you recognize for yourself what you need to do, and I feel like it's like not just recognize up here, but see it. Like, make those notes, make that clear, conscious energy to recognize the pros and the cons, and really go through that whole process. Because until you recognize it, you can't change anything, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. Like, that's for any of us, for any situation, for anything we're doing. We can be motivated. We can have people behind us. We can have all of those wonderful things, but we have to do the work to move forward, move out, move on. And until we do, it's kind of stuck. So there you have it, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it, knowing that there's that feeling of knowing you need to walk away. And it's funny because the King of Pentacles is also at the bottom of the deck. So to me, that tells me too that there is definitely, you have the security to do so. You just need to see it. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Hit the like button. Give me a comment. I appreciate all of the things. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.